Good morning, everyone. It's Rita Freecott here from Picked and Polished in Alexandria, New Hampshire, where I love to help you create beautiful things for your home. And today I'm going to be showing you a really quick way you can spice up or add some pop to an existing piece that might sort of otherwise be kind of bland or not as special looking without some added details. And a super simple way you can do this is by using wax. So today I've painted this table in Hurricane Gray with Dixie Belle, and I'm going to add some pop to it. Good morning, Heather. Thanks for joining. With a little bit of white wax. So typically you see people, a lot of the times you see people using the darker waxes. Today I'm going to be using the white wax. So I just want to tell you a really quick funny story. Hey Kate, in case you didn't see my really crazy picture. Hi Sheila, hi Nicole. Oh my goodness, hi Nicole, I miss you. So many people I don't get to see, so when you guys come on the lives I get so excited. So, funny story, this morning I was thinking I really needed to dry my hair. I don't really, as you can see, I don't do much with my hair. It's like a flip, a clip, and I'm done. Thank you, Heather, you're very sweet. So I was laughing at myself, I'm all by myself, and I'm like laughing hysterically because I have to blow dry my hair in my shop because I'm like in the middle of drying wood for signs with my hair dryer, and in between I'm like drying my hair in the middle of working. So I just thought I'd share that funny story with you guys. Anyway, it's one of those things that comes with the territory of repainting furniture, I think. Maybe other furniture painters out there can relate to that. Hi Maria, how are you? So today, again, I'm going to show you how to use Dixie Belle's finishing wax, and we're going to accent this piece that's painted in Hurricane Gray. It's a beautiful middle of the road gray with no weird undertones. I've seen people make beautiful renovations of kitchen cabinets with this color, and white or black wax looks really nice on this, but today we're going to be using the black wax. Let me know if you're on. Let me know where you're watching from, and if you have any questions, that's what I'm here for, so feel free to pop your questions in the comments below. So I'm going to get started. So I've got my white wax today, and it's Dixie Belle's Best Dang Wax, and it's got like a Crisco or like buttery sort of consistency. And do you see how this piece has a lot of really neat little details that kind of frame out the different sections of the piece? Even on the legs here, there's like a little indentation. So without doing something to those parts and pieces of a piece, they kind of just blend in with it, and they don't really show that much. You can't really see the pretty details. But when you add a little bit of wax, all of a sudden your piece gets framed out, and it looks really special. And there's so many different ways you could use the wax, and it doesn't take that long to do. So I really wanted to share this with you today. I've also included. I've just finished an online painting workshop for Painting Furniture 101, but it's in a closed Facebook group. So if you want to join the group and watch the replay of the workshop, it goes from start to finish, from cleaning to how to buy pieces to refinish, all the way to the clear coat end of things. And in that is more details on how to wax and add accent to your pieces. So if you want more information on this, you can join the $10 Facebook group that I've got going on with that course. It includes the course too. And you can get some inspiration maybe from people that are already in there sharing ideas and posting pictures of things that they've done. So message me if you want to join that. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I'm just taking a little bit of wax on my finger. You can see there's really not much on there. And I always use a really thin cloth because I want to be able to control where the wax goes. Does that make sense? So I'm going to use a small bit of wax, and the thing you have to remember with this wax is it's water-based, so even if you like have a splooge somewhere and you're like, oh dear Lord, that looks awful what I just did, it's no big deal. You just kind of rub it off a little bit and then you paint over it. So you really can't mess this up to the point of where you won't like what you're doing. Sorry about this thing here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and try to outline this piece right here with the wax. I'm just going to take my finger and kind of rub it on, and then I'm going to work it in a little bit so it's blended a little bit more. So it's not so stark. so it looks a little bit more like it's kind of always been there. I'm just going to go into the inside. So it's just going to give it a little bit of a white shadow around the top. And that's going to highlight that area and frame out the top of the piece really beautifully. Hi, Betty. Thanks for hopping on today. And share this video with anyone you think might love it, or just you could share it on your Facebook page. Oh my gosh, look at the hot mess I've got going on over there, you guys. I feel really kind of embarrassed about that, whereas before my head was covering it, so maybe I should keep my head here. It's always a hot mess in here when I'm working. All right, so and I'm going to just kind of keep going with my wax, and then I'm going to take a clear section of my, hi Leah, good morning. Oh my gosh, I should share our story with everybody, Leah. That is crazy. Leah does beautiful painting. You guys should check her out. She's Leah Noel, right? Leah Noel Designs. Leah, you should post your link below so people can go check out your page because you do amazing work. You guys would love her stuff. And coincidentally, we both joined a group with Dew Dodson, and I found out that she lives right near where my husband grew up in Indiana. So I messaged her and said, do you happen to know my husband's best friend, because he teaches in that town? And it was her 6th grade, my husband's best friend is her 6th grade, was her 6th grade teacher. How crazy is that? The world is a lot smaller than we might think sometimes. Yay, she's amazing. So if you guys have a chance to go check out Leah Noel Designs, do that. She has just amazing finishes. So I'm going to go ahead and just add the wax. I'm going to spin this around so you can see what I'm doing here. And see how it's kind of clumpy right there? That's when I'm going to go in with my cloth and just kind of wipe it down. Sorry, you can hear the trucks going by my house right now. I have my door open. So it's just going to kind of clean that up a little bit and create a little bit of a shadow effect. So now, see if you can see this good right here. I'm going to show you how you can get into the grooves with your wax. I just take like a micro brush. Again, my shop is a hot mess, so I'm going to stick my head in front of the mess so you guys can't see it. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, thanks, Leah. Do lives about 20 miles from me. Oh, do live. Oh, sorry. I'm so used to reading the word live that I read it live and not live. Do lives 20 miles away from me. She's incredible in so many ways, too. So all these ladies out there supporting each other and lifting each other up. It's a great thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start here and just kind of, I'm actually going to come over here because I can't reach. And just kind of fill in the center with my wax, with my white wax. See how I have that teeny tiny brush, right? And it's going to look super messy, but then I'm just going to go in and kind of even it all out, all right? Get my finger in there and just kind of even it out a little bit. And I might go back and kind of clean up these areas a little bit with the Hurricane Gray. But I don't necessarily want it to look super crisp. I kind of want it shadowed there. I'm going to take another, bit of, I'm going to take a bigger brush actually here and just kind of work over these lines. And it kind of looks like I'm painting it right now, and it looks really bright. But I can make it as subtle or as dramatic as I want, depending on how much I leave and how much I rub in and how heavy-handed I am with my paintbrush. All right, so there's that. Okay, can you guys see that okay? See how that shows up? That's a lot faster for me on this end. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of wipe some of the extra off and kind of work it in a little bit. Okay. And right now, you can't see a dramatic difference, but once I do the whole piece, it'll kind of pull the piece together. It's kind of what I said this on my my workshop too. It's kind of like when you have a black dress that's kind of just any old black dress, and then you put your earrings on and your, oh, there's my big eyeball. You put your earrings on and you put your shoes on and maybe a cute scarf or whatever, all of a sudden it comes together and it looks so beautiful, and it takes something ordinary and makes it look like really special. And that's the same thing when you're working with glazes or waxes. I feel like it's like the finishing touch on pieces that might otherwise be kind of ordinary. It makes them feel more special and unique. And no, they're never going to be the same. And so, yes, pearls, Betty, thank you. Right. Pearls, and because this is a good teaching opportunity. Because this is a dark chalk-based paint, and it's a darker color. It's like a medium saturated color, hurricane gray. You notice when I rub it with my hand, it gets a little chalky, and that's why I always clear coat my darker colors. I almost clear coat, I think, everything, because even though the paint won't necessarily scratch off, it still can look chalky in areas that you touch it, or it can look like if I rub my finger, see how there's a little line right there? That will go away. If you were to distress this and it changed the color a little bit, that will go away when you add the clear coat onto it. It'll even everything out. And it does the same thing with the wax. It kind of pulls the wax a little bit and evens it out and makes it look more, a little bit more organic looking. Betty, what kind of wax? And Leah, you do tons of detail work on your pieces. My gosh, sometimes I look at a piece that you've done and I think, look at all those beautiful layers, you know? And that's what sets your work apart, is you do all these accents and extra things that make it feel so special and so beautiful. So Betty, this is the Best Dang Wax by Dixie Belle. I have the 10 ounce, but honestly, I do workshops every week with people, and I've had the same jars of wax for a year, and I use tons, I use it all the time. So just if you want it, you can get the 4 ounces on my, I have my link above to my website shop. The 4 ounces would last you forever. You'd be amazed at how much you could do. Yeah, the clear coat is amazing. And you can get flat clear coat, you can get satin or gloss, or you can get the gator hide, which I would drink if I could, honestly. That stuff is so good. It kind of smells like Twizzlers too. So I'm just going to go in and add a little bit more white, because I really want these sections to kind of show. And this will kind of look like a little belt around the base, around the edge of the table. Okay, and then I'm probably going to do the same thing with this edge of the piece. Usually when I do a top of an edge, I do the bottom of the edge too. Doing a gray piece, put a little bit of Dixie Belle Metallic Silver top coat with a gray now. I can't see the rest of your comment, Lynn, but I'll look back when I'm done. I can't wait to see it. Will you share it with us when you're done? So I'm just going to go along, and you can do a thicker line, you can do a thinner line. Sorry about crossing the camera, you guys, with my big head. It just really depends on what look you want. And then once you have your line, you can shadow it up a little bit if you want it to feel like it's fading into the paint a little bit. So you can push it up a little bit, or you can just rub it out neatly. So it's really like whatever look you want. I think for this piece, I think I am going to pull up the wax a little bit and just kind of give it like a dusty white look so it's not so stark around the edges. Does that make sense? Yes, we do. We need to make, I love that idea, Leah. We need to make, and maybe it needs to be an alcoholic drink, maybe with a little tequila margarita, some sort of concoction called Gator Hide. I love that. Maybe at my next workshop I should serve a Gator Hide drink. Oh man, now you got my wheels going. That could be dangerous. I usually just tell people to bring their own wine, but so I'm just going to pull the wax up a little bit just to kind of feather it into the paint. And if I get too high, I'm just going to go back over with a little bit of the gray. So, but you want to be careful when you go back over the wax that you're not heavy-handed with the paint because it'll look really different. You want to kind of feather it on lightly. So there's that. I'm going to go over a little bit more with the top. I think with my paintbrush here. Do you see how you can just kind of play around with it? You don't have to be intimidated by it. I'm just going to go around with my brush. I want to add a little bit more. I don't want to be so stingy with it on that space. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of work it in that way. And there's, like I said, there's a lot of other ways to use this wax, you guys. This isn't the only way. You can use it. I have more tips and tricks in my $10 group that I've started. It's a one-time $10 group. It's not like a monthly thing. And I have a workshop in there, like a video workshop. So let me know if you want to join. But yeah, so I will post pictures when I get done with this piece. I'm going to keep kind of going over and working in the wax. I want it to look organic. I don't want it to look like really stark and forced in certain spots. So, yeah, so we'll see. I'm going to duck down under the camera. It's kind of clumpy right there, so I'm just going to go in with my cloth and smooth it out. So when I'm finished, I'll go over, and then another nice thing about the Dixie Belle wax is you can go over it with a clear coat. It will pull the wax a little bit, but it won't, you know, make a mess of it. I typically do the wax first and then the clear coat. You can do the clear coat and then the wax, but you won't be able to work it into the paint. The paint is porous, so when you go over it with the wax, it kind of rubs into it. It'll work into it better when you do that first. No, that's okay, Donna. Thanks for joining. I know, isn't it so easy to use? There's no smell to it. I'm using the white Dixie Belle Best Bang Wax. I have it on my website. And I would recommend for most people to just get the 4 ounce because it'll last you forever. Unless you're doing like a ton of workshops and things like that where you need like big quantities. Like sometimes I sell DIY kits and I put wax in it, so I'm always like scooping out of my jars. But anyway, and I'll also go along, like I'll do the edge here just so you guys can see. Again, just a little bit. Like, I don't have a big old clump on my finger. I just have like a tiny bit. And then I'm just going to kind of go down. And then I've got a dent in here. I'm just going to go like that. See how it kind of highlights the edge of it, but not the inside? See how that brings out that detail really nicely? Is my camera picking it up for you guys? I'm just going to, sometimes I just wipe the extra off. It's water-based, so it's really not like, not going to hurt anything. I'm just going to go down the leg with my wax. And this time, I kind of want it to be sitting on the edges of the line. And that's what it's done here. And see here, I got a little bit on this side. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to get in a panic. Just going to wipe it off. And then if I have to, I'll just feather a little bit of paint over that spot. But you can already see where these areas are starting to pop. Whereas before, this looked like one clump of a piece of gray, right? So now it looks like it has definition and it's framed out, and it'll look really, really pretty when it's done. It'll just be a little bit different and something special. So let me know if you guys have any questions about accenting with wax. I'm excited to share this little tip because I feel like it can take furniture painting in a really easy way to the next level. You can add so many different things you can do so many different things with a wax. So let me know if you have questions. Thank you so much for joining this morning, and I'll be sure to post pictures when it's staged. You'll have to check it out on my Facebook page. I may also start a gallery on my website too. So yeah, so let me know if you need anything. And I hope you guys have a great day, and check out Leah Noel's Designs page. It looks like she's going live today at, somebody said at 1. She's in the Midwest, so. Leah, what time are you going live? With wax first. Donna, I did not clear coat with wax first. I did the wax first and then I'll clear coat over it because the Dixie Belle products are water based, so you can clear coat right over the wax, which is amazing. Alright, so Leah's going live at 12 Central Time, so you guys have to go check her out. Alright, thanks guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.